runners need to be punished, and she needs to see what loss is like, so she changes her ways.
Oh, f*** you.
Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? Enough is enough. Isn't that the truth?
I give up.
I do too. You know what? Enough. Why am I doing a podcast called Shrink This with Lisa Lampanelli? Please email us your questions at shrinkthisShow@gmail.com. That's shrinkthisShow@gmail.com with your questions. Why, Nick, did I sign up to do a podcast where I get to help others and ostensibly, I know you like that word, get jack shit in return? Who's helping me?
That's true. Who is
No
helping
one.
you?
No one. I have to pay for help. I don't think that's good.
Right. I'm her help. And it's bad.
Yeah. And even today, I had to drive myself. It was disgusting. I said, Nick, you may have to take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel, because enough is enough, which coincidentally is the topic of our episode today. When is enough enough? And by that, I mean things, achievement, I don't know, jerking off, maybe?
Cock?
Yeah. Nick, actually, Celia is here, by the way, our beloved-ish producer. Celia, this was so disgusting. Nick, last week, in my adult comedy class that he takes, which is now a creativity group, just to take the pressure off a little, Nick is like hitting heavy and hard on this older lady in the class, but not like hitting on her like he wants to fuck her, but like just kind of like joking with her and stuff. And I said to her after, I go, Nick, man, you got to be more careful. Like she might take offense. And he goes, dude, it's just like I was lifting before and I think I'm just horny. And I'm like, "Ow!" Like I hate thinking of you that way.
Science is what caused it.
You're like some weird nephew that I don't want to think of that way.
I know.
But like that's why I bring up jerking off. When is enough enough? Me,
Right in.
I may go in for the kill maybe once a month. Enough. And also when I'm done, I'm happy. I don't mean that way.
That's
I don't
the
mean
point.
fulfilled.
That's
I
the
mean
whole
I'm like, when is this thing going to end? Let's go. I have things to do.
So you're just flicking your bean, just upset.
No, I'm just
just
like,
like
all
checking
right,
a
let's
to-do
go,
list,
let's go. But anyway.
Playing the old guitar down there.
See, no. That's it. Banjo would have been better.
Same shit.
You're off today. You're already on my nerve.
I'm tired.
No, I know who isn't. But anyway, I got to thinking because I've been following a lot of not actually influencers. They call themselves de-influencers to like have you buy less stuff. And I started thinking about. It's never fucking enough. First of all, when I'm scrolling on the TikTok, I will, if anything says shop, I scroll immediately. If it says links for sale and sizing, I scroll. I don't want to buy more stuff. And I'm like, why isn't anything ever enough with people? I need the one last item of clothing, that one style of jeans, that one lip gloss. It's like, bitch. Your lip gloss is not going to change your life. And by the way, just like stop it. Learn from lesbians. Don't wear makeup. That's like how I feel, okay, as a 63-year-old non-influencer myself. But Nick, do you ever get caught in the trap of like, oh my God, I'm always chasing something? It's like I read a quote once where she said, which I loved this quote, how I hate the word lovely, but I'll allow it for this quote. How lovely is it to be chasing nothing and running from nothing? The whole idea is that as every time we buy something we don't need or get another degree or get another, run another race, whatever it is, we're running from something or we're chasing something, and neither one feels very great. Are you ever a victim of this?
I don't know. Back to it real quick. I want to talk about when you're going through
jerking
TikTok.
off.
Yeah. Do you ever go through TikTok and you're like, I'm gonna flick my bean to this?
No, there's never anybody hot on my TikTok. Actually, I got TikTok a few times. They'll send me like a hot gay, but I will never because they think I'm a gay guy.
Me too.
Okay, they know I'm a gay guy. But I'm like, I feel weird flicking it to a gay. I just think I'm abusing them.
Yeah,
I feel like against their will, I'm doing an act that they would not lovely.
Maybe they would appreciate it.
Yeah, maybe for like if you watch a minute, I guess they get money. I don't know how this thing works.
What?
I don't know. People have creator things,
It's
and
this young.
yeah,
she
is it like if you
knows.
watch it for a full minute, you help?
Yeah, it's like a creator fund. So like if you apply for the creator fund, then you get accepted and you have like a minute to make your money.
So if I do my monthly spanking to a guy who's a gay, I'm actually an activist and an ally.
Yeah.
Like, because
if
I'm
you're
a really
playing
big
your lady
ally.
harp,
If you're strumming the old lady banjo, I mean, we're talking monthly. It is not a lot. I'm thinking if I had a guess for you, Nick, let's just go back on that topic. I would guess like 3 times a day for you.
a day?
Yeah.
You're insane.
Really?
Never.
You're
College.
kidding.
That was
Okay.
3 times. Now I'm 37 years old.
Yeah.
Twice a week, maybe?
That's it?
Yeah, man.
What about you,
Fucking
Celia?
got shit going
I don't
on.
do that.
Oh my God, that's what I used to say too. I
Someone needs to-
rarely do it. I once, it's so funny. I didn't do it for probably 10 years because I went through menopause. I wasn't on hormone therapy replacement. I was just like, oh, great. Like, I don't have a sex drive. It keeps me from fucking awful guys. This is fantastic. But then I started going on hormones just to get all the levels right. And I started getting a tiny bit randy, if you'll say. So I said to my shrink, I go, these kids, because she's only 32 or something. I'm like, these kids, they have the vibrators. I don't need any of that. And she goes, honey, it's not that you need it, but you want it. Like, so she's like, you don't get a vibrator because you need it. You get it because you have the desire for it. I said, I can't even search for one. Does Amazon sell them? I don't know. I got over it.
This doctor sounds hot. What's her doing?
She's queer.
How's her lady harp doing?
Pretty good with the
Need
ladies.
me to go, oh, she's gay?
Yeah, sorry.
Damn
He
it!
always hits on old and gay people.
I could be a woman.
So anyway, back to it. Do you feel like you have that chasing and that chasing and that chasing? You've definitely experienced that.
For sure. I would say with stuff, not as much. Like if we're talking about like clothes and things like that, talking about getting hard. I get hard when I throw things out. Like I love getting rid of shit.
Oh, we are so the opposite.
I love getting rid of things that I don't need. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
of
Just
course.
like a Goodwill run twice a year where I'm like, what the fuck is this doing here? Like I love getting rid of it in that regard. As far as chasing things, I don't. Like people have come over and I have this like new apartment. It has a nice walk-in closet. And there's like nothing.
Oh
in
my
there.
God,
I'm
I
like, this is all the shit I
know.
own.
You almost like it's like you're a minimalist, not because you're a minimalist, but because you're poor.
Yeah.
It's like self-imposed minimalism.
Yeah.
But also that's like a very clean, elegant way to live.
Yeah.
I just think like the emotional thing behind overconsumption and just buying too much, it's just constantly running to something and from something. So I remember I was doing a retreat over New Year's Eve and I said to that monk running the retreat, I was like, oh, I always feel like I'm running from, I always feel like I can't stop running. And he just goes, what are you running from? And I just like burst into tears. And I'm like, well, that clearly hit a nerve where I'm definitely running from something. And it's not like I have a repressed memory of childhood abuse or things like that, but I'm running from, I think, worthlessness. So it's all about, am I worthy? Am I lovable? Am I someone who can be loved or thought of as a friend or whatever? And it's like, oh, but clicking the, flared jeans from Ghani, inside joke, is going to fix me. Well, it fixes you until the box arrives, and then you're kind of happy. You open it, and you try them on, and you're kind of happy. You wear them once, and it's like the law of diminishing returns now.
Yeah.
I need that dopamine hit again. I need those in the other color. Like I just bought
I
3
do that all the
pairs.
time.
I just bought 4 pairs of H&M. Secondhand, don't worry, I'm not going back on my sustainability. Barrel leg jeans, which I love, in 4 different colors, because God forbid you'd be able to not have the light wash, which, by the way, you'll never wear because no one ever wears light wash because they look like shit. They're basically white. but you have to have them.
Right.
And by the way, I shouldn't say, yeah, I had to have them. And I'm like, oh, what was I trying to fill that day? What was I trying to fill? It wasn't the jeans. It's never the thing. That's the sad thing. It's never the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, achievement's the same thing.
Yeah.
You sell out, well, say in your world, you sell out a deli.
You mean I eat the deli out of house and home?
That's true.
I shut down a deli.
You sell out one place. And again, I talk to comics all the time who are like, I go, what's your goal? And every one of them, to a fault, will say, look, it's not like I have to be famous or anything. I just like, I have to, I love to make a living from comedy. Like, to headline a comedy club. And in my head, I go, yeah, until you do. And then it's going to be the next thing and the next thing and the next thing until it's like you're just confronted with, oh, it's never going to be enough. Yeah. Radio City isn't enough. Madison Square Garden isn't enough. And you're chasing some dream that you think's going to give you peace. And I think that's the key. You never get peace from any of this stuff. You get highs and lows, and that's the opposite of peace.
I go back and forth on this a lot. This is something I actually discussed this past week with my therapist. I was just talking about how, like, when I look back over the last 7 years, we'll say comedy in particular, or really anywhere in my life, just career-wise, the money I make, everything the last 7 years or so has just gone consistently up, and they're progressing, and it's great. But then there are moments where I'm like, should I be doing more? Like, should I be doing more? But everything's moving up. Nothing's going backwards. Nothing's getting worse. You're making more money at work. You're making money from comedy. You're getting better opportunities. Like, it's all going the right direction. And then I'm like, no, but I gotta, this one thing. Like, it's like almost like I'm looking for something.
Well, what I call that, and I had it written down last year in the front of my calendar, because I'm still old school. I use an old-fashioned paper calendar, and I wrote right on the first page, so I had to see it every day, quit making trouble in your own life. So it's like everything's going contentedly along, but then I got to make trouble. Because if you're raised in a household, which, emotionally, we both were, emotionally, immature parents, they did the best they could. We're used to upheaval. Like, we love drama. We say we hate it, but every time you say drama, you hate drama, it probably means you fucking love it. So when I'm like feeling a little too calm, that's real unfamiliar. Like, when's the last time I felt really calm? It's like, oh, let me make some trouble. So Nick's going along, playing the brewery down the street. Sold
playing the lady harping.
Yeah, 17 tickets on Irish St. Patty's Day, and playing his lady harp to beat the band. And then instead of going home and having that peaceful, wow, wasn't that nice? It's like, oh, that wasn't enough. What's next? What's next? Because we're not familiar with the feeling of it just being fine.
Yeah, I had that last summer where, like, I read a personal finance book, and I was, like, getting my shit together money-wise, and it was calm for 3 months, and it was, like, really nice.
Yeah.
And then I get a case of what I like to call the fuck-its. And you're like, yeah, but I want to do this, and I want to say no to that, and then and then you dig yourself into a little bit of hole, and you're like, like,
well, then
it was all fine.
But the things you were saying yes to, were they actually things that they could have been fun or whatever? But did they bring you? I'm not going to even say joy. Did they bring you the peace that you wanted, or was it the 3 months that it was solid, the more peaceful?
Did it bring me peace? Doing all the things didn't bring me peace. A lot of it is bullshit things too that I like. Just
I get it.
You make the justification in the moment that you're like, I need this, got to do it.
Yeah. What's an example?
Well, a big one for me is ordering food out. Uber Eats. That's a big deal. Where it's like, well, I don't have lunch today. What am I going to do? Like, not eat? I got to order. Huh?
Right. How about those 3 freaking 800-pound chickens you got at the house that you buy in bulk because you think you're bulking up?
I am.
I know. You're getting a little good. No, you're getting some protein intake. Looking good. No, but it's like, it doesn't. Yeah, it just brings you more of that thing.
More stress.
And it's like, if we could recognize, it's so advanced. It's so freaking hard to do. Like, even at this age, it's so hard to be like, oh, I noticed that flutter. Where is it in my body? Where is that signal to just pause? You don't need that. Do you want it? maybe you don't even want it. Maybe you want what you actually want, which is connection or community or, a phone call or just quiet. Like, who knows? But it's never the thing. That thing never does bring the peace.
No.
So I think we fuck with our own lives, and this is an easy way to do it because it's a quick hit of whatever dopamine makes us feel, which is like, oh, I'm on a high. I just ordered the cutest shoes, and oh my God, they're coming. They're going to be so cute. Do you have those?
Yeah.
It's just like bad.
Yeah, I don't know what's the. We'll get into this later in the episode, but I don't know, what's the remedy for that?
I think it's basically getting the wake-up call in the moment. So, for instance, I told the story, I think, where I was complaining to my shrink about not having enough community, and she just very calmly said, oh, what'll be enough? And I go, it'll never be enough. I'm more than aware that it is already enough. What I have is more than most people. So it's basically within me to notice that and go, it's a story I'm telling myself that I need those shoes. I do not need anything. No one needs anything. Oh, wait. Where am I feeling the lack of connection? Is it in my heart? Is it in my throat? Where is it? Like we do in therapy. And be like, oh, let me work on that. And sitting with that uncomfortableness. Sitting with the uncomfortableness of not pressing buy now is obviously going to get us much more peace than buying now.
Right.
So same thing with you get a call to do like in the old days, a roast or a podcast or whatever it is, TV show. Oh my God! Well, yes, of course. And then, wouldn't it be nice to sit with it? Go, do I really want this? Is this something that really will bring me peace and joy? Probably not. I probably would have retired 10 years earlier because I've been like, oh, that's not as joyful as it was.
Right.
And it used to be really full of fun and joy, but now it's kind of like, no. Not going to get to it that way. And this isn't saying all you have to do is quit everything, buy nothing, and become an expert in meditation or going on retreats. You can overdo with that stuff too. You could sign up for one retreat a month and be like, oh yeah, so then I'm going to work on this, and then I'm going to work on that. And it's all just a distraction from not wanting to feel uncomfortable on the inside.
Yeah.
I think we're all just running from feelings constantly.
100%. Yeah, I think I guess the answer is just working on yourself, right? And just making yourself comfortable with being, because I've done this my whole life. It's a series of ups and downs. And you just wonder, is this ever gonna get better? Or we're just gonna do this forever?
At almost twice your age, no. And really, you'll wake up some mornings, you're just like, oh my God. Yeah. I thought this was over with. I thought I didn't have to work on this, and then something else happened. And then you're just like, oh, I guess this is acceptance of life.
What part of it, or how much of it do you think is someone wanting to stay stuck? Maybe getting themselves stuck in the same routine, or say it's spending money, or say it's whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's they play there's a million examples of this, but they just do they keep telling themselves the same story over and over again, or they keep acting out the same story over and over again. How much of that
all
you think
that
is
stuff I think comes. Stuckness, they say, is all fear. Fear of the unknown. So say you and I had grown up in volatile households, and we're scared of what peaceful union of two people might look like. What is it if it's not fighting? What is it if it's not death? What is it if it's not everyone yelling at each other?
Right.
Oh shit, I might as well stay stuck in this weird, volatile marriage or relationship or friendship that's up and down, because the peace on the other side, and I hate when people do this, they're like, oh my God, I love ups and downs. It's so boring to not go up and down. No, it's fucking not fun. Yeah. It's not boring just to be at peace, because the few moments I'll get of it, I'm like, oh, this is what it feels like? Why was I running from this?
Yeah.
And just noticing it and going, oh, wow, I can actually change this, and it's not as scary. Again, the devil we know better than the angel we don't know, which sucks.
It does suck.
I know.
That's I always think what if because I've gotten into debt here and there, and I always get out, but what if I just stayed out and built up a savings?
Yeah.
But then the new scary thing would be, well, now I have all this savings. Do I have to buy a house? Like, what do I do now?
The decision fatigue would come on and be
it's
like,
all right, I'm
"Whoa."
here now, and then what? Now what?
I know. And I think it's all that thing of going, I guess I'll learn then. Like, basically, like, you and I have both had a lot of relationships with boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever. They weren't all horrible, but they weren't so great that you would want it to continue forever.
Right.
Must be pretty fucking scary to be with somebody and take the chance and go, oh, it feels kind of peaceful. Are we boring? Is it okay to like just sit and watch a movie? Oh my God, we're boring. We're those people now. It's
We have
like,
to do stuff.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to do anything. The best is when you just sit there.
Yeah.
So I think it's like all those, the fear of unknown is so overpowering. People just won't break out of it, which I get it.
Yeah.
You know, I just think we don't change because we want to. It's because we have to. So you have to be in such a bad relationship that you leave. You have to go in so much debt with useless purchases that didn't bring you any peace that you go, whoop, I got to change my ways. So it'd be good to notice it before you had a change, before it was that urgent that you burn bridges and that you're bankrupt and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and don't worry, your salary will never make enough money for a house.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, by the way, I love how like we got right into it, and I didn't even say who you are, but people should know by now.
Yeah,
But,
I'm
like,
Nick Scopoletti.
Yeah,
Follow
where
me
will
at-
you find you,
You
Nick?
can find me on Poshmark at Buy My Sweaters I Make. No, Nick Scopes on Instagram and TikToks.
But also, what's great, you guys, here's what to do. I don't want Nick to get that fake dopamine hit from getting additional followers. If you already follow Nick, go on and unfollow him. And also, if
Create
you
a new
don't,
account and then follow me back.
if you don't follow him, just don't. And then let him not get that dopamine and see how much peace there is in 10 followers.
No!
I think that would be right.
I
And it would be
need
good
more.
for your personal growth.
No!
I insist, people, you can't listen if you follow Nick. Anyway, this is Shrink This with Lisa Lampanelli, and we're going to answer some viewer questions about this topic.
I'm 36 years old, and I have ran 5 marathons in the
Ah!
past 2 years.
Wait,
Lisa's favorite type of person.
wait. 5 marathons in...
2 years.
Okay, you're mentally ill, but I will reserve judgment. Go.
Beating my best time in each one. It's called achievement, Lisa. Look it up.
No, this bitch is damaged. How much did your father hate you?
Oh, man.
I know.
I love the high of pushing through the pain.
Hi. Mm-hmm.
And just signed up for my first Ironman race.
Oh, if this is a woman, you should be ashamed. Your periods are going to stop and your tits are going to get hard as rocks.
Yeah, like mine are soft. But now, for those that don't know, it's an Ironman. This is in the question. It's a full marathon on top of an 112-mile bike ride
There's something wrong with you.
and a 2.4-mile swim.
Nobody cares.
That's what an Ironman is for everyone. I know people who do them. It's insane.
It's insane.
My boyfriend thinks I'm crazy.
Yeah, because guess what, bitch? You are.
And that I'm never going to be satisfied no matter how hard the race is. I think it's a healthy passion. Do you? Let me answer for Lisa. I'm going to say, fuck you,
Fuck
bitch!
you,
Go
cunt.
to therapy!
Yeah, I mean, talk
Look
about
at her shirt!
talk about what you're running from, like literally. Now, I'm not saying this happened to Dear Jamie, but there is a bestseller out right now. Do not read it if you're triggered by sexual assault. It is called Amy Griffin's The Tell, and it is literally about a woman who all she did was run. It sounds exactly like this woman. I'm not saying this is Jamie, but this woman, Amy, was running from something and through therapy finds out what it is, and it's horrifying what happened to her. But she could never figure out why she was always literally running and figuratively running. Always had to be perfect in everything, had to always make things look easy, had to be perfect mom, perfect wife, perfect everything. And her kid one day says to her, talk about, just in alignment with like what you're supposed to do. 9-year-old kid said to her, Mommy, I don't feel like I know you. You're always perfect, but I don't know you at all. And it wasn't about ignoring the kid. It was presenting perfection, and kids can sense that there's something going on with mom. So that drives mom to therapy. The book is so good. And she discovers all this. And then it's the whole story about what she does, which is heroic. Anyway, I'm not saying this is all runners, but there's got to be something that you learned as a kid that your value is in besting yourself, achieving new highs. She even said in the letter, a high. What is the high about? If it was heroin in that letter,
It'd be a problem.
I'd be like, easily, you could say, okay, you should obviously quit heroin because you're chasing a high. But it's harder when it's something like running or, in fact, shopping. If someone has the money to afford it, it's harder to spot. It's harder to criticize. Oh, I'm not going broke, but I'm still medicating myself with this thing. So I say, go to therapy. Figure out what is going on. Your boyfriend is right. And what's the boyfriend's name, did she say?
She didn't say.
I'm just going to make up that his name is Oscar. I don't know why, but I am. Oscar, you're right. And you know what? Cheat on her. This is what I
With
say.
me.
I feel that should happen because runners need to be punished. And she needs to see what loss is like, so she changes her ways. And by the way, do you ever see these runners who eventually do learn it's ridiculous and end up nice and plump? And you're like, they even look better without the crippling injuries and a little weight on them. Like they relax into who they were meant to be. No one's meant to be a stick figure who chases. No. Stop being a stick figure who chases.
Cut it out.
Stop
bitch.
it right now. Jamie, seek help. But I love you anyway, so keep listening.
I literally had this happen.
Do you agree with me?
I do. I had this happen last night with a friend.
Oh.
Like, not marathons, but other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome girl. Beautiful girl. And she was
Calm
joking
down.
about... Yeah, I mean, she is. It is. But what I'm... And she'll kill me if she hears this, but I don't care.
Nobody's listening to us.
Yeah, no one's listening. But she puts a lot of value on her looks. And, I mean, everything. Right? And I was like, and she said something to me, and I go, I go, work on yourself. She goes, I am working on myself. Like, I've been single, and I go, that doesn't mean, like, that doesn't mean you're I go, I bet internally. And then she was like, and then literally 3 sentences later, she goes, oh my God, guess what I'm doing? It's going to change both our lives. Like, she was joking. She's like, I'm going to get tits.
Oh, boy. It's so much easier for, I would say, probably 90% of the audience to go, yeah, Nick's right. Like getting fake tits and, doing all this stuff that's external for your beauty isn't going to help because it will never end. You will end up looking like a science project. But it's harder to do it with a runner because it's ostensibly healthy. Like it's the fake healthy. So if you're drinking 8 green juices and shit in your pants, we're going to let it go and be like, no, that's fine. Versus someone who's getting the fake boobs. Or the lip implants or all that stuff.
Right.
Or calf implants, which I've heard of those too. It's just like, it's easier to identify the really surfacey ones. But if it's something that can be disguised as wellness and exercise, then, the more the better. No, not necessarily true.
No.
Also, from a health point of view, don't runners, like marathon, long distance runners get lots of injuries and crazy stuff?
It's insane. I mean, any form of exercise or anything you do can be taken to an extreme.
Right.
Going for a 2-mile run once, twice a week, it's like you're not going to die.
No, of course not. No, that's moderation.
If you're running fucking marathons, 5 in a 2-year span.
That's mentally ill.
Doing Ironman.
Right. That's like
that shit is crazy.
That's where you say to you, show us on the doll where he touched you. Like you just go, what's happening? Like there's some deep internal shit. I mean, was a huge achiever. I was always about the next Tonight Show or the next roast or the next TV thing or the next whatever. But I didn't physically hurt myself to do it. I'm not saying it's better, but I heeded a wake-up call eventually, like when that guy backstage at Radio City said to me, next Madison Square Garden. And instead of feeling happy about that, was like, it's never going to be enough. Wake-up call. Someone has to tell people it's never going to be enough. It has to dawn on them. And see, this is why I don't date. This is why I jerk the bean. Because I could never put up with a guy who didn't know this stuff. So I feel bad for the boyfriend. So therefore I say cheat. Next letter.
With me.
Yes.
Jamie,
Next letter.
I love you. Oh, sorry.
What a jerk.
Hey, Lisa. I'm Terry.
See, these are all ambiguously sexual names.
I don't know.
Hey, Terry.
I'm Terry, 58 years old, from Columbus, and I don't even know where to start.
58.
58.
Ew,
baby.
gross.
Old people.
Yuck.
But here it is. I'm just tired of chasing shit that doesn't make me feel any better. My house is full of stuff, like full. I've got gadgets, clothes, random hobby crap I swore I'd get into.
Oh, my God, the fucking crafty.
Embroidery kits.
No! Run away from the Michael's Crafts.
Resistance bands.
Ooh.
Even a bread maker I used once and now just stare at like it's judging me.
It is, by the way.
And still, I catch myself thinking, maybe I just need one more thing.
Oh, my God.
Like, if I could just find the right couch, pillow, planner, pair of shoes, I'd finally feel settled. But that feeling never really comes. I just end up with more stuff to shove in the closet. Like me. I'm not sure what I'm even looking for anymore, but I know it's not coming from Amazon.
Yeah, like you're
Terry.
looking. The thing is, Terry, first of all, get out of Columbus. Second of all, no, actually, Columbus it's a fine place. The problem with all this, she's a cunt hair away from getting well because she's already realizing, wow, this isn't working. This is almost like 58 years old, realizes her house is full of stuff, realizes something has to change. She's this close to making a change. So I think what would be great is if she went to therapy, figured out what, again, she thinks all this stuff is going to do for her. Now, when people do all these crafting supplies and these bread makers and this, they're shopping for a fantasy self. So if you are not the person who bakes bread, you think buying a bread maker will make you into the person who bakes bread. No, it turns you into the person with another appliance on their counter that nothing's happening with, and you just feel bad because you paid money for it. And it does mock you. If you are the person who has embroidery supplies, art supplies, crafting things, felt. Do you have any felt in your house? You're the person who, wow, my fantasy self loves crafting. But what does your real self love? At the very basicest of needs is yourself would probably like a little dose of, I don't know, quiet, contentment, connection with friends, doing something kind of sweet. It's really not going to come from pretending to try to be a quilter or a knitter. We have talked about knitting, and it always comes up because I know true knitters. Bonnie, my friend, I've talked about as the real OG knitter, and she actually gets joy, fulfillment, peace out of it. She even knits in public, and it brings her more peace. Well, if I was to buy some knitting supplies, there is no way I'd have peace. I'd have agita like poor, what's her name? Clammy Terry. Terry, stop being a clam. Stop shopping for the fantasy of who you are. At heart, you're a basic broad. You're 58. I'm basic too. You just want a little taste of contentment. Start chasing that with as much fervency as you chase the Amazon truck. And then you'll be fine. I do sense she's on the cusp, though. She recognizes the problem, correct?
Yeah, she understands. She's listing. When you start listing all the things.
Yeah.
And you're writing into a show like ours.
Yeah.
You have problems.
You're desperate.
You're like, okay.
Yeah.
She's this close from her bottom.
Yeah. Bottom. No, it is so great when people are just about there.
Yeah.
She's going to get there. And isn't it sad that it usually comes with age? Because you have to F up or experiment so much that you're like, oh, wait, that hasn't worked for 40 years. I remember
maybe change it. Yeah.
When I was dating somebody and I said to a shrink at the time, this is years ago, and I said, but like, maybe he'll change. And she says, well, did it work with the other 13? It's like, whoa, it did not. You almost have to hear the innocent question and makes you go, whoop. Better change that. Nope, it didn't. Stop thinking somebody's going to change just because you want them to.
Right.
So, Terry, I have more hope for you than Jamie, who I don't hope has a massive heart attack running, but maybe that's the wake-up call she needs. Next question.
Next letter. This is from Dan.
Dan, I'm assuming that's a guy. This is our first
This is
definitely
a
guy.
From Hewlett, New York.
Oh, that sounds Julep. No, it is. It's one of the 5 towns, I think, out in Long Island.
They do 5 towns over there.
Yeah, it's definitely out of Goodfellas.
We love that.
Jew broad's prejudice against Italians.
Can you believe this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dear Lisa, every year since my wife and I moved into our house, she has complained and wanted to change something.
Oh, boy.
First, we redid the bathroom, then the basement. Then we added a wing to the house.
Oh, God. When you're adding wings, just buy a different house. Oh,
what,
my
do you want,
God.
A leg and a wing,
yeah,
Henry?
a ring, Henry.
Then a pool. Then a pool house.
Oh, girl.
Dude, what does Dan do for a
What's
living?
next?
This
An
is
outdoor
awesome.
shower?
Worst.
Worst.
After each one, she's happy for a minute till she goes to a friend's house and sees something else she wants that she doesn't have. Do you think this will ever stop?
No, because you married an aspirational cunt.
An ass. You married an ass whore.
I mean, because the thing is, when you're an aspirational person, you're always, again, buying for the fantasy. You're seeing what other people have and aspiring to what they have. And guess what? If you interviewed the people who have that, they ain't fulfilled either. Because P.S., billionaires are the least satisfied people in the world. Sadly, our billionaires are evil, so I don't joke about them. But it's like, if they weren't evil, I would feel sorry for how empty they must feel to need all that stuff or to think they need all that stuff. To me, the best people are the ones who live very simply, small, dare to live in a small house, dare to rent an apartment, dare to not buy the latest new thing. So, unfortunately, he has to look at himself. What was his final question? Like, how did he pose that question at the end?
Do you think this will ever stop?
No, because
Sounds like he's
guess
a
what?
hostage victim.
Yeah, because you're dumb.
Will this ever stop the torture?
Dan, this is why you're dumb, and I'll tell you why. You knew what you were getting. This poor woman, see, I'm not going to make her evil. This poor aspirational cunt has decided she has low self-worth, and only things, huge things, are going to assuage her worthlessness. So you break it, you bought it, Dan. In for a penny, in for a pound. You're there for life, motherfucker. Or you could divorce her ass and get a poor bitch. Or you could go to therapy and try to figure out how you two can navigate this. Because if this is going to, I would be driven crazy by that. If somebody kept coming in like, because with a man, it's usually like, oh, I need a new iPhone. Oh, I need a new computer. Like it's always some game or some bullshit. They love the games.
I need a beer koozie to
Yeah,
watch the
yeah. I
game.
need the Marshall. I remember when I was married, there was a portable, like a little mini refrigerator that you thought it looked like a Marshall amp. And it was really fucking cool. Like, because you literally thought it was an amp. So I bought it for Jimmy because, like, codependent. But with men, it's usually the gadgets and things. Yeah. Oh, I love a man, by the way, who just doesn't want everything. And I feel sorry for Dan in a way, but I also go, what was in you that you felt attracted to about that? Because there had to be something he liked.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't have enough get up and go. And he was like, well, she'll spur me on to do better in my career. Because sometimes that happens. I remember a former manager of mine, he was like, well, I bought the $6 million place. I can only afford the $3 million, but you know, it'll make me work harder. Like, that's insane. Wow. It's mentally ill. And yes, he did work harder. He had the house. But then did the house ever bring you any joy either? Probably not.
No. Are you ever at home? You're
Well,
working
correct.
all the time. You ever there to enjoy it?
Right. Like, I'm always thrilled when I know people who take like a Friday off or people who like go on vacation and say, I'm unreachable. Can you imagine? Like, oh, I have 10 days of unreachability. So I think, Dan, put it this way. You live in Julep and you're living with a Jewess. And you got to figure it out or you're going to go crazy. You snap. You end up taking a freaking shotgun and putting it in your fucking mouth.
Or hers.
Let me save you from that. Go to the shrink. Why every answer is always go to the shrink. And you know why I think it is? Because it's all inward. It's all these answers people are trying to use externals to answer. And it's really going inside and not having the fear about what will I find in there. You usually don't find that much that's that bad.
No, it's well, first of all, too, it's like everything you knew was there. You're just like holding light to it. You knew it was there. You're not surprised. You're like, oh my God, how did that get
Yeah,
there?
it's very rare to have the repressed memory thing happen and all that. But most people, it's just going to be like, oh, wow. I did have a mother who was unsatisfied with everything, and that's why I married a woman that way. And then that's not even that hard to fix. You have to have a decent, hard conversation with her and with yourself about why you volunteered for it.
Yeah.
It's never going to be like, oh my God, I'm just going to die when I find out this thing happened. That's very rare. So I say to this guy, put a fucking bag overhead, kidnap her, throw her in the trunk, and get her to therapy. What will we call you, Nick? What do you think your title should be? I don't like
assistant.
No, I don't like creative assistant. That's what I did once with my assistant. Like I go, well, I can't afford to give you more money, but instead of being my assistant, we can call you my creative assistant. She fucking bought it.
What about anal expert?
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
Are you an expert in anal?
No, I
Me
tried once
neither.
with my girlfriend in college, and she just had a miserable look on her face. And I was like, I'm done.
How can you tell if the miserable look was from the anal or just by being with you? Really?
Nah, it was pretty good back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, I could throw
It
down.
was something else.
Yeah, I bet
No,
you
she
were.
just looked uncomfortable, and I was like, this is ruining everything for me. I don't like this. You know what I mean?
Should I try it before I die?
Yeah.
I didn't think you were
Maybe
going to say
on
yes.
your deathbed.
Yeah, just be like,
as you
If I, that's why I have long-term health insurance, because they pay for somebody to live in your house with you.
Oh.
Maybe it's like a hot chocolate daddy of a nurse's aide guy, and that would be in the provisions.
Yeah,
you
they're
know what I
going
mean?
over the job description with him. They're like, just make sure, help
That
her
you
go to the
do
bathroom,
frequent bathtub breaks,
shower.
and anal. And he's
Yeah.
like, what?
Towards the end of her life, you'd probably have to fuck her in the ass. So,
So
what do you think?
would you sign up for this, Jamil? Oh my God!
He's like, "No, man."
This went off the rails.
It really did.
We just came back to say goodbye. That's
Yeah,
what we
that's
do.
all we did.
I
We
felt
went
like
too
third
far.
segment used to be something. Now it's not. It's just basically us dicking around and talking about the anal. Right, Celia? What do you feel about the anal, Celia?
Yeah, we need to know your
Celia,
thoughts.
if you had anal.
Never in my life.
No. I said if you had,
Okay.
would you admit it to us?
Probably, yeah.
Really?
I think so.
That's really nice. Thank you. I'm really touched right now. I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
This is the weekend for anal, I think, for you.
I will never do that in my life, actually.
I don't blame you. It's scary because, a big dump feels really bad.
But I just don't understand.
You don't understand what
Talk
it
about
No,
it.
it really does. gross
listen,
me out.
for
Like, it kinda makes
men,
me nauseous.
for men, I get it because
don't.
there's a prostate. We don't have anything up
I thought
there.
you were saying
Oh.
why men want to do it.
Oh, men want to
with
do it for
women.
power. It's power.
Yeah, I don't get
That's why
that.
Nick wanted to do it, and his girlfriend
I
threw
don't
up.
like it. No, I don't like
She
it.
threw up?
No.
No.
She just was like, this is uncomfortable. I was like, yeah. She looked uncomfortable. I was like, I can't do this. Like,
Yeah.
This is
Then you
ruining-
weren't doing it right. What I find is weirder is when guys want to be pegged, which
It's too much.
and I wasn't dating when this phenomenon happened. I didn't think it was a thing, but now you hear about it and you think, what's going on in the guy's head?
Yeah.
don't understand.
And I
have no
like
problem with
everybody's
a
like-
finger.
Yeah, of course.
throw a
But
finger up
everybody's
there.
like, don't kink shame. And I'm like, no, there's some kinks you should be ashamed of. That and fisting. I think fisting probably, when your anus is prolapsed and falling out, you
Yeah.
probably should stop.
Celia.
What's this podcast about?
I don't
know. Do our outro.
When is enough?
Anally.
Anally.
One finger is enough. That's the one we've learned today. Nick, why don't you tell everybody about the end of our show?
All right, guys, make sure to follow Lisa. Dude, the timing. Oh, follow Lisa at Lisa Lady Harp Liquor Lampanelli. No, follow Lisa on socials at Lisa Lampanelli. You can follow me on socials at Nick Scopes on TikTok and Instagram. Make sure to listen to Shrink This on your iHeartRadio app. Or wherever you
Yes.
get your podcasts.
Or don't.
Or don't.
You know what? I'd rather you didn't listen.
And write in.
We'll learn more about ourselves and what we need internally if people don't listen.
That's right.
So you know what you should do? You should listen to all the other podcasts on iHeart app except ours. And we'll learn a valuable lesson and go back to twiddling our twats.
.com.
And scene. See you next week if we still have a podcast. Bye!
Oh, f*** you.